Hey everybody, DiamondVape back with you again, trying to get caught up on my reviews. Just did one earlier on the eHealth cigarette from China Buy. This is the follow-up on the LavaTube. Not a lot to add to what I had said earlier in my review, but I did want to get this out. I did leave out a few little things and wanted to give you an update on how this thing has been performing since I've had it. Had it a little over a month now, and just kind of want to go over some of the reviewers, what I found, what I've noticed. How it's been doing. So this is the follow-up review on the LavaTube. Alright, here we go. Follow-up review of the LavaTube. I'm going to try to slow down my talking a little bit. I've been referred to by several people that don't know each other that sound like Boomhauser from King of the Hill. So I guess because I ramble and talk so fast. So I'm going to try to slow it down a tad. But this is my follow-up review of the LavaTube. Not a lot to add to what I said in my first review of it, other than the fact that this thing has been performing absolutely fantastic. Hadn't had one bit of trouble with the LavaTube. I've checked the voltage time and time again, even after my first review of it, and it's been steadfast. It's been where it should be. I've recently started using a lot of the J tanks because I like them. Plus, it looks real cool on the LavaTube. By the way, the red one, yellow, black, whatever color you get, I think it's cool looking. They perform great, but that's for another review. But several things I didn't mention in my first review, and that was brought to my attention by a friend of mine on a forum that I'm on, that I didn't mention the 7-click checking the battery level and the setting in the voltage. And I'll do that real quick for those of you who don't know, but I'm sure by now the LavaTube word has gotten out, all the features and the benefits of it. But real quick, the little red power button. You click it 7 times. You press it 7 times, and it will show you the where your battery rating is. Which I've had this in since early this morning. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm at 3.9. I don't think that's going to pick that up, but that's a feature I didn't mention in my first review. Also, setting in your voltage. I got this set at 4.8. You can hold down the plus and the negative button together simultaneously. Press them together 5 seconds, I think it is, and it will lock your voltage. Press it again same way for 5 seconds and it will unlock it. I think it's 5 seconds. I don't usually use that feature a lot, but it's there in case, and it's a good feature to have. I do hear on forums and from different people that's gotten it that they've had trouble when they either first get the LavaTube, or if they've had it for a minute or two, that the fire button quits working or don't work when you get it. I hadn't had that problem, but I'm sure whoever you get it from will take care of it. And also where the finish on it, the buttons on it, like the power button with the red on it or whatever, rub off and it shows you silver. And I think they addressed that issue, and now the button itself is made of that red color. So, but I hadn't had that problem with mine. The only deal that I had with it is that the battery that I got with the kit from Volcano was one of the knockoff AW-IMR 18650s. They did offer to rectify it, to fix it, to make it right. I didn't really stress it a lot. I've had several backups and didn't have that problem, so no big deal for me. But for those of you that had that problem, they are offering a backup solution for it and to fix the problem, which is heads up. Great deal from Volcano. Very good company. I hadn't bought a lot from Volcano, but from what I've read and have done with them, and what I've read from their side and from different people that has ordered from them, they are reputable. They are a stand-up type company, and that's a good deal. So now I know and they have been now, a lot of different sites or a lot of different vendors are offering them and calling them different things, from the Night Rider to the Ego variable voltage mod to, of course, the LavaTube. So, if you go, and I think Electronic Sticks has even got their version of it, and they call it something else. I don't know the exact name of it, but all in all, it's the same type of mod, just different names. They work great wherever you get it from. You hear a lot of people talking about it's the poor man's version of a Pro Vari, or it's a poor Vari. I can't really make that claim for the fact that a Pro Vari is a Pro Vari. Pro Vari is in a league of its own. It's the Cadillac of mods. A lot of people will argue that fact with the Darwin, but I got a Pro Vari, and there's just no comparison really. The Pro Vari does so much more, and does so much more with what it's got in it. There is a difference in the, other than a lot of the digital display deal that it comes out, the weight in it. The Pro Vari is really heavy. Not so heavy for me, but some people would see. But the difference is the LavaTube is very lightweight. Also, of course, with the Pro Vari, if you have a low resistant atomizer or cartomizer on it, and you got it set at a high voltage, it would display an error message for you to adjust it to the appropriate voltage. Where the LavaTube, and I mentioned it earlier in my first review, it will adjust itself to whatever you have. It will still display, if you got it set at 6 volt and you got a low resistant atomizer or cartomizer on it, or a dual coil, instead of not letting you vape or giving you an error message, it would automatically drop down to the safest voltage and you can keep on vaping, although it will still display what you got it set on. Not a bad deal. I don't have a problem with it. Some people mentioned it, but to me it's a good safety feature. You just don't have to take the time to adjust it. It does it for you. That's a good deal, I think. I've dropped this thing numerous of times, picked it up and it fires. The finish on it stays put. Don't even have a scratch one on it. A lot of people were even complaining about the LavaTube, where it says LavaTube down here, that it should be red, but it's more of an orange. Not a big deal. It's just a thing. So I don't have a problem with that. You paying, different sites have it now at different prices, but I paid 99 bucks for the full kit. I got a battery, which was not the right kind, it was a knockoff, but you got a battery, the LavaTube, an atomizer, and your drip tip with a cool fancy little case, and I still got the case, I don't use it, for 99 bucks. I've seen sites now offering for 79 or even 89, so wherever you get it from, or whatever, to save you in price wise, it's a good deal. Mine came from Volcano. Don't have a problem. Love them. They treated me good. Real good company. And I mentioned earlier too that somebody that's got the regular 18650s. This is an AW protected 18650 2900 mAh battery. It works fine in here. There again, I'm probably, I know I mentioned that earlier, but did see somebody bringing that up, but it does, it fits in there fine. The only problem, the only deal, and it's not really a problem, is that the cap don't screw all the way in. That's about as much as you'll get out of it, but it still works. Still does just fine. But it works. So other than that, which ain't a big deal, it works. I prefer using the batteries that they call for, the AW-IMR 18650s, but I will use this when I got some that's charging. So it's just a personal preference of mine. They do work. That's just an issue that some people talk about, but when you put in a new battery, it will drop down to the original setting that it comes in, which is 3 volts. That don't always happen with mine. I can take a fresh charged battery, put it in, and it stays where it's at, and sometimes it drops it down. Still not a big deal. Still, you just adjust it back up to where you need to, or leave it where it's at, and you're good to go. I hadn't had a problem with it not firing. I ain't had a problem with it not vaping great. It does what it's supposed to do, and it does it great. So if you can't afford a Pro Vari or a Darwin, or some of your other high-priced mods, this is a great alternative. This is a super alternative, and not comparing it to a Buzz Pro or an iPro or the Joker or whatever it is. I just know the one that I've had has been performing fantastic. and for I think just the base unit at most places is $69.99. So for the price of it, being variable voltage, being digital display, check your battery, can lock down your voltage, you can't beat the price. I'm a super fan of the LavaTube. I'll usually grab it before I would my ProVary most of the time. Although, my ProVary is still a ProVary. I mean, it's still the Cadillac of mods, but safe, great alternative is the LavaTube. One more vape on it, and I'll quit rambling this thing on up, and I hope I talk slow enough to not be compared to Boomhauser again. It just vapes, and it works, and it does what it's supposed to do. That's what I got. That's it. The LavaTube, mine came from Volcano e-cigs. You can get them in other places, but the LavaTube, even if you're looking for the shorter version, some sites is now, I think e-cig Wizard offers the 18350 short LavaTube, the mini LavaTube, which I might get later down the line, but right now I'm good and stock and set and ready. But anyway, that's what I got. The LavaTube, Volcano e-cigs, whatever you're using, whatever you got, whether it be a LavaTube, ProVary, a Darwin, a Rio Mod, Egos, 808s, 510s, whatever the deal is, whatever setup you got that's keeping you off the real deal, keeping you off the cigs, that's the best setup, that's the best way to go. That's what I got, that's it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking that ride on the DV Express.